Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at in the world. This is a live stream with a live audience. And if you're watching the recording, you're going to fast forward about 10-15 minutes. I give time for all my wonderful friends to get into the chat. We chit-chat a little bit, catch up, and get started with the project. If you're following along, this is the Watercolor Doodlings series, and we are starting a new book today, and I hope you'll come along and join with us. So I'm sending out love to all my friends, those in the live, the up in the clouds, the lurkers, and those watching the recordings. You need a strong drink, and good morning, love. How are you? Hi, my Pookie. Love, honey. Hi, Kunawin. I'm okay. You know, I'm not having the best day. I've been dealing with some of my health issues the last couple of days, so I haven't been feeling the greatest. So, but I wanted to do this, and I figure since instead of doing a video, and I'll talk about this, I'm just going to come on and do a live since we're starting fresh in a new book, and kind of changing the series a little bit. I figured I'd come on and do a little bit of a live session and give you guys a Sunday surprise in the process. Catch some of my UK friends too, those that are at a different time frame. Give them a chance to come and join the live with us. So I don't get to do that often. Hi, Dottie. Hi, love. So yeah, I'm trying to get in as many early streams as I can. I was going to just do a recording, but then I got some thoughts in my head, and I figured, well, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm going to see all my friends, and go over a little bit of a few things. And yeah. Hi, Safia. Love to everyone coming in. Oh, God. And I'm out of cough drops. Blast it. Blast it, blast it, blast it. Can't stay too long. Okay, hon. Hi, Hila, love. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. Well, I know Hila's here in the States, so she's a couple hours. It's early morning for her. Well, I should say earlier, not early morning, but because what, 2 hours, so yeah. Yes, they are, Safia. I love dark chocolate. It's my favorite chocolate. And I love cream de mints, and I don't like peppermint or anything like that, but I like candy bars and stuff that have, you know, the mint and the green mint stuff. So those are good, very good. So how's everybody doing this Sunday? Anya's manning the bar already this morning. Well, what time is it by you now, Anya? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, 8 p.m. That's what I thought. Oh, nice. Summer holidays. Not that we, you know, had a regular year this year. You know, kids are been out of school on holiday for like months. Hi, Deb. It could be morning. Some people, you know, it is still morning if they're on the West Coast. It could be. That's why I always say good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, because we have friends from my channel all over the world. Yeah, I drink rarely. You know, I'm a seldom drinker, so I can relate to that. Oh, Hila, honey, I love you, girl. Yeah, we've got on my channel, we've got friends all over the world, different countries, different time zones. So I try to always remember to say hello to all those time zones, because and especially then a lot of them, you know, watch the recordings. So you know, never know what time of day somebody's going to be watching the recordings either. So. Has anybody smoothies? Yes. Iced tea. I drink sweet tea, and water. Those are my two go-tos mostly. I try to stay away from like sweet juices and stuff. I do have milk, but I don't drink it necessarily. I have it with cereal. Has anybody made their book yet, or decided on their journal that they're going to use to, or their loose leaf paper, or whatever they're going to use to follow along with me on this adventure? Or are you working on it, or you're just gonna watch the videos and do it later, or you haven't decided yet? Yeah, Anya is manning the bar. She's got it all set up. Hit those thumbs up on your way. That's my girl over there. She's got it going on. She's covering all the bases, making everybody comfortable. All right. Orange squash. Num num. I like fruits and vegetables. Definitely fresh fruits and vegetables kind of girl. If it wasn't for steak and bacon, I'd probably be a vegetarian for sure. Hi, Susan. Yeah, I know, honey. You go tomorrow though for the vet though, right? That's what you had said. Tomorrow is the vet appointment. Oh, that. Oh, see, I'm learning the lingo. Yeah, me too, Yana. It's so good for your system. I stopped drinking soda in 2011. Haven't had a drop since. And I've always loved, you know, salads, fruits, and vegetables. But I had to change my diet. But I cut out soda, and I just started changing my diet over the years. And just, you know, partly because I had to. But it wasn't a big deal for me because I've always loved fruits and vegetables and stuff. I know, honey. Well, sit a spell with us, have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea maybe, or a drink if you need it. We'll try to keep your mind off of it for a little bit and keep the doggy next to you or wherever she likes to lay, and try to have a couple hours of, or a little bit of time. I don't know how long I'm going to be on, but. Okay, Sophia, thank you for stopping in, hon. I'm going to get started. Yeah, well, that's how dogs are, though. You know, if they've been with another dog for a long time and then that dog's not there, you might just need to get another dog in the house, And I don't know if it's too soon for you, but she may just need that extra companion. Right, Anya, right. Animals are funny that way, because I had another friend that had lost one of their pets. They got poodles, and their one dog that was still with them was not acting quite right, and so the vet told them, anxiety due to not having that companion with her. So they went and got another dog, another poodle, and she's been fine ever since. Some dogs, it's the animals are a lot like humans in that way, So, but anyway, so I didn't see if anybody answered my question, if they made their book yet, or they're working on it, or they're not or whatever they're going to do. But I'm ready to rock and roll, and I'm gonna continue on with the series, and I hope that you guys will play along, even if it's on loose leaf watercolor paper. And I decided on a couple things this morning about what I'm going to do to kind of help go along with the series. I wanted to incorporate some sort of, before I do a painting, well, it's not really before. It's kind of as I'm coming in. When I get to a certain point in a painting, oh yeah. Oh yeah, honey. Oh, big hugs and love to you. Okay, well, don't worry about that. Just pick up a piece of paper and you can just take your time. Oh, Anya, yeah. They do. That's why I said animals are a lot like human in that way. And they don't understand when, one day the animal is there or the person is there, and then the next day they're not, So, and they can't talk, so it's like they can't tell you. All right. So I wanted to incorporate for you guys, no, let me back up. So when you guys know, I work very intuitively, right? So when I come on, I'm doing an art journal page or a painting, I select elements and stencils and stuff, and then we get going, and I collage papers and stuff. And then it's at some point as we get further into the project, in my mind, I will have started to pick out colors, right, that I'm going to use to go along with the piece that I'm creating. But with this, I think I wanted, because I wanted to kind of help, the newbies or those that are not fully comfortable with watercolor yet. Hi, Laura. So administratively, when, I'm going to do something like this, when I've been doing the watercolor warm-ups, these have been kind of approaching differently in that I kind of know what colors I'm going to use, before going into the watercolor warm-ups, because I'm not using a focal point or grabbing collage elements and then putting those down and then deciding what I'm going to do. I still work intuitively, but I still do. I still pick the colors I'm going to use, because that's what I start with. You know, I'm not putting any collage down really. I'm starting with painting, so you need to pick out your colors first. And I thought, well, I wanted to do something for you guys that are following along, so you guys know which colors I'm using, instead of just seeing me put down colors. And I first thought, well, maybe I'll tip in a color swatch. But then, you know, if I do each side, then it's going to get kind of bulky and awkward, and you know, that wasn't really liking how I was thinking about that. But I thought, I know that this tape, this fabric medical tape, takes paint really well. Yes, I'll do a quick little bit about the book again. I know that this tape takes paint really well. And it'll allow me to make sure, kind of like this one, where I've taken off a piece, but if I put the tape down the center, it will do two things for us. One, it'll help stabilize my book to make certain that my pages and my everything's secured. Because it is. I mean, the binding is still all there. I'm not really worried about that, but because, you know, it'll give me that place to put the colors for you. And I can write little notes and stuff for you guys when I'm doing the videos. So that's one decision I've made for this next round of the process. Hi, Shelly's. Yeah, this stuff is good. I have a couple rolls of it. I'm probably going to get some more, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a strip just like this one is down, and I'm going to put little blocks of color of the colors that I'm going to choose for that day or that painting or whatever. And then if I think there's any notes for you guys that I need to put down, I'll put that on here as well. And then the other thing I think I might do in this revision of this or the revised series is that I'm going to do some parts not in fast forward, or like each video will be half and half. They're still going to be short videos. So you guys are not anchored to, you know, your TV, your phone, iPad for a long period of time. They're not going to be extravagant pieces of, you know, works of art, because they're in our journal, you know, but I want to be able to do some talking to explain some things to you instead of just doing it in the video. And I might be doing some techniques that maybe you guys might have questions on, or maybe I might want to explain to you how to do it, so you guys are not just seeing me do something and then not know how to do it. Okay? Right, exactly, Anya. Yeah. Yeah, Susan. So those are a couple of things that I thought of, and that's why I thought, well, today I'll do a surprise stream. I'll come on and talk about those couple things. I'll do the first page today, and we can kind of talk through it. I'll run through my book again, and we can answer any questions that maybe weren't answered on Friday's live stream when I put the book together. And then, like I said, some things I might be, just some things to kind of give you guys a head start into. That's going to be coming in this revised series, or portion of the series. Hold on one second. My son's on the door. Okay. Is it a hot one? Is it a hot one? Yeah, it's a chicken. Can you put it in the microwave for me? Yeah. Yeah, okay. My son, he loves me so much. He got his mama some food. So, where was I? Lost my train of thought. Give me a minute. Oh, that's what I was going to talk. So, some things I might be incorporating in this series that I want to keep my skills up on. Some things I want to work on for that I'm not maybe overly proficient on, or some things I want to teach you or share with you. Some tricks, some things that I've done that you guys like. You know, some of the stenciling techniques, not with paste, but just purely with watercolor, that I'd like to share with you some things. So, you know, any kind of stencils you have, even if they're homemade, you know, I'll probably be pulling in colored pencils or watercolor pencils. So it doesn't matter if you have the cheap kind, whatever, you know, use what you have. And this is going to be all about use what you have. You don't have to have anything expensive. And if you don't have the exact colors I have, try to match. If you're not sure, let me know what color paints you do have in your palette, and I'll tell you what will be a close comparison to what I have. Other things I'll probably be pulling in oil pastels. Now, I have the professional grade and I have the cheap grade. So use again what you have. Let's see, colored pencils, watercolor pencils. I might be doing a little bits of collage, like with tea bag papers. I love painting on tea bag papers, and I have a whole bunch that I haven't used yet. So I might take some of these and some other, you know, collage paper and put it down. So just if I pull something to collage down and you're not sure what could be, you know, just use something around your house, you know, or email me or text, you know, or put in the comments and let me know, and I'll give you some ideas of what you can maybe use in, you know, as a second or as a, you know, replacement. But I don't want you to feel like just because I have something and you're not sure if you have something or you don't have something, you know, we can work around it. I want you to feel like you can still do what you see me do with what you have, right? Oh, this dog, be quiet. You're not going out. Yeah, you. You know who I'm talking to. Don't sass me. So yeah, but I kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of what some things I might be pulling in. I don't know if I'll be pulling in sprays much, but who knows? There may come a time that we might work in that. I don't do alcohol ink, so you don't have to worry about that. I may pull in some magicals maybe, but if you have, instead of those, if you have brushes or any of the other pigment powders, it doesn't have to be magicals if you don't have those. Acrylic inks I might pull in. That's more of a common thing than something else because they're right at my disposal. And it doesn't matter what brand you have. Just use what you have. So, you know, think of things that you have in your studio. And if you don't have a whole lot, you don't have to have a lot. You can use what you have if you don't have those things. So like if you don't have acrylic ink, use your watercolors. If you don't have watercolor pencils, use your colored pencils. Just those, but I want to show and share a whole bunch of different ideas and techniques in the series, and then when you can get those things or, you know, try them, then you will have, you know, have something to refer back to. All right, now, Deb, you wanted to see the ends of the book before you start. What do you mean by the ends of the book? The insides? I just put, for now, if that's what you mean, I just put on each of the front cover and the back cover, I just put a piece of pretty scrapbook paper to hide where it broke on the seam. And then when I'm done with this book, I'm going to put, I have some nice pretty suede material that I'm going to bring in and cover this side and all of this side. Hi, Joni. Love to everyone coming in. If that's what you mean. It just happened by. Okay. Okay, so the book, this is, you know, an old book. It's a little worn. I love the way it is. It's not overly worn where I can't put it on my shelf and just love. It's very patina. You know, the paper, the pages have a little bit of marbling on the edges there. And so when I'm done with it and putting in all my art, it's going to look like, it's going to be a beautiful journal, basically. So if you have an old book that's looking like it needs second life, do it. If you find one, like I said, go to thrift shops. You know, if you know you can't find anything old, go to the dollar store and get a dollar book. Any other questions, preliminary questions about anything so far? Maybe stuff that questions you had about any of the pages I've done up to date, or about the book, or anything else before I start today's painting. She goes by Cat too. Just don't call her late for dinner. Oh. Okay, well, ask me questions anytime. I'm going to go ahead and get started on today's painting. Now again, your book or your journal, you know, you're going to have a different starting page. What I'm going to try to do, because you don't have the same book as me, in this one I used 18 6x9 pieces of paper to insert. What I'm going to try to do, because you're not going to have, like, this has an image on it. Some pages don't, but if I have an image on mine, I may paint something that can coordinate with this image, but I'm going to make sure that it's something that, regardless of what I paint, you can create that painting on blank paper or in your book. It may go with what I have, but it's something that you can paint that goes with anything. So like today, I'm going to be creating some bubbles, water kind of thing. You guys, this is a simple, all level 1, beginner friendly kind of painting. But for me, it kind of goes with the octopus. So that kind of deal. How much watercolor paper? I used, oh, I already answered that question. Yeah, Pookie's back. I love it. Pookie is back. So the colors I chose for today, so let's do that. I am going to get one of my small markers, or small pens, and I'm going to write what they are. Where's my brush I'm going to use? Do I want to use this one? No. I think I'll either use this one. And, you know, I'm going to tell each video, I'm going to show and tell, like I've been doing, what brushes I'm going to use. But if you don't have the same brush, again, use what you have. You know. Did you fold them in half over the page? No, what I did was, this is an old bookbinder trick, is because I was taking out some pages, I cut all mine in half. They were 9 by 12, so I cut them in half. And then as I was going to be taking out some pages, I left an inch, like here, I left an inch of the 2 sheets, right? There's 2 pieces of paper here, right? Or pages here. I tore off, used a ruler, and I tore off an inch, or left an inch here. And then what I did was I glued the paper inside the 2 sides. Friday's video or stream shows how I put the whole book together, how many, you know, how I took the pages out. This is an old book. The binding is awesome because it's sewn in and not just glued in, so it's not going to come apart. Like a lot of newer books, when you try to take out pages and that, they kind of, because they're glued and not sewn necessarily, they have a tendency to want to fall apart when you start taking pages out. So yeah, I just cut them in half and then glued them in, and I used a glue stick. So they're in, but it's easy. I don't like to, my thing is that if you can leave the integrity of the spine intact, you're more likely to have success with using an old book. So let me start with, let's see. Let me start with putting the swatches on. The colors I'm going to use. I will name them and then I will write them down. I'll write label them. And then on future videos, I will already have them here and with their names posted. So a little block of color. This one's going to look funny because it's not exactly flat because it's in the spine there, but that's okay. So just a little block of color there, and this one. Oh no, Shelly, come back, stay here. You don't have to go watch that now. You can watch that later. And then you will have watched this, so then you can put your book together and then do this first page. No worries, honey. Okay. Yeah, I love a lot of the images in this book. And then I chose, let's see, oh, my other one was this. Let's put this one here. And then wait, I have a little bit of brought in a little bit of some sienna into this. So, yeah. Okay. So then I'm going to dry that really quick, and then I will write the names next to it. So, all right. I bought a brush rest and I love it. All right. So we have, oh, this is too tiny. That will drive me nuts, and it'll go through the thing. So where is, let's do this one. And then when I start each of the videos, you know, I'll come on and I'll go over the colors, and that way you'll know. And then I'll, as I go through the creation of the pages, then I'll, you know, do some of it in fast forward and some of it talking as necessary. So we have raw sienna, blue stone, blue indigo, and green gold that we're going to work with today. Okay, and then if I have any other notes or anything that's important, I'll have the space to work with as needed. All right. Yes, this is a beautiful, I love these colors together. Yeah, my Pookie's had some rough couple months dealing with some stuff, so she's getting there. All right, let me go get another jar of water, clean water, and I'll be right back. Chat amongst yourselves. Come on. Come on. You know you're going to want back in like a second. So, thank you. Good boy. Lay down. Okay. Nope, I got to get myself situated. Here and here. Okay. And then another thing that I'm going to do on these pages, what color paints? Okay, so the green gold, that's a good, thank you for reminding me. Where's my pen? Where did I put you? Okay, so I know that I should mark that. This is, the blue stone is from Sennelier. Yeah, or the blue indigo is Sennelier. The green gold is from Daniel Smith. The blue stone is from American Journey. And the raw sienna, oh, did I replace this one? Oh, the raw sienna is from Daniel Smith as well. So green gold is Daniel Smith, the blue indigo is Sennelier, the blue stone is from American Journey, and the raw sienna is from Daniel Smith. Alright, so then the next thing that you're going to probably see me do, unlike the other part of the series, is I'm going to use washi tape to start bordering our paintings. So I'm going to probably pick ones that they're not my most fancy one, because it's not going to stay on there, right? Because I'm going to peel them off. Hopefully this will come right off this paper. But I want to, because usually when I do a painting, I will border, if I'm just doing a straight watercolor painting, I will border the painting. Now, if this doesn't come off very well, off this old paper, and it may not, I'll show you a trick that I showed Debbie long ago and some others. There's a trick that you can get tape to come off. But washi tape is not that sticky, so clear that. Okay. Karina! Hi, honey! How are you? It's so good to have you in chat. You don't get to come too often. How's things, my love? Karina is from Denmark. She doesn't get to join us that often, so it's good to see her in chat. Okay, so let me get some paint out here so we can get going. Yes, Susan. Yes. That is the trick to getting any kind of tape off paper. If you want to preserve stamps off an envelope, if you want to take tape off of an envelope that has come in the mail, like duct tape or whatever, heat it. That's the trick. Yep. So I'm not worried about taping, putting tape on this paper. All right. Yeah, my Karina is from Denmark. How's things, love? How's your weather there today? Okay. And then we'll bring in the sienna. I always like to prep my colors before I start painting. You don't want to run out of paint, because it will be your luck and to run out of paint at a crucial moment in the painting. So you want to make sure, especially if you're mixing a color, if you're making your own color, you want to make sure you have more paint than you think you need. Very hot, yeah. All right. Since I'm not mixing, that's good enough to get started. Okay. Okay. I'm going to start with my let's start with this one and see how I feel it's going. I might change brushes. This is the 6 Princeton Neptune. Let's see. Yeah, let's start with this. And what I'm going to do is I think we took a lot like you from you. Wait a minute, you're talking about the virus, or are you talking about the heat? First I'm gonna actually you know what? Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna splatter some water on this page. Just to get it kind of wet a little bit. And then I think I'm gonna splatter some of the blue, and it will be it'll kind of like spread, and I'm just gonna make some circles. We're doing circles today. We're gonna have some bubbles, right? I'm gonna come in with a little bit of the green. That mix a little bit. Thank you, Karina Love. I seen your message pop up. I will be responding to it later. I always try to respond to every message that you guys leave me. So far, I only have 1,200 subscribers, so it's not too bad to keep up. Some days, it may take me a day or so to get to it, but I get there. So. And I'm just playing with my paint right now. This is a good way to get some color down, see how your colors mix and mingle, and all you're doing is you're just making circles, bubbles. We're making bubbles. Nothing too difficult. Welcome back, Anya. letting the colors kind of mix on their own a little bit too. And remember, the watercolor is only going to go where it's wet. It's going to follow the water. So if you don't be afraid to think you need to paint fast. You know, where if you put it on dry, it's going to be there. It's not going to move until it has water next to it, or you move it with your brush. So just keep that in mind, that it's only going to go where there's water unless you put it to dry paper. And then we're going to bring in a little bit of the sienna here now. Kind of introduce that a little bit. And I'm not, when you're working in an old book, or a book, especially if you're working in one of the newer books that, you know, are not, they're that pulpy paper, and you're not prepping them with clear gesso or you know, watercolor medium of sorts. Don't rub or press too hard on your paper. You will make it peel. You want to dab and work lightly. This series that we're, you know, this book, unless I want to do something that requires a lot of movement, I'm gonna have to make sure that I put down a protectant on the paper first. Okay, so now we're gonna think. Let's see. I'll show you guys that next time. Let me dry this. It does have a little bit of warping, but not much. I'm very happy with the way these pages are behaving. But that, again, that's because these are cotton paper, and yeah. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, for real. No flooding. Okay. I'm going to take my paper towel roll. In this case, I don't mind having some hard and soft edges and some like weird sections because we're underwater, right? Okay. Now I want to show you guys how nice this paper is. See, no bleed through. Gotta love it. I love this paper in this book. Now, we're going to go in, I'm going to go in and do a little bit of layering with a little bit more pure pigment than water, and kind of really define those circles or those bubbles. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so I'm going to go in, make sure my brush is really dry, and I want more pigment than water. And now we're just gonna dab, kind of start defining, give them weird shapes around them. You know, they wouldn't be perfect under sea, right? Oh, wow. And here's where if you can make the pigment dance. See how it pulls out? It follows the water. It's going to follow the water. Okay. And if you really want it to follow the water and you're not getting what you want, you can coax it out more with your brush. You can also do what I do sometimes when I really want a lot of flow. I will put my pigment in there, right, and then take my book and I'm going to start here, bring up water, and then I'm going to just barely touch that. And then it does what it wants to do. It's going to automatically follow the water. Plus, I have it at an incline, so it's going to naturally flow where it wants to go, or flow downwards because that's the slope that I have it on. I have it on an angle. So. Make this one more blue too. Yeah, in the old times when they made books, they you know, they didn't have, you know, they made books with cotton paper. I don't know when they started making cellulose paper. Okay, let's make this one, get a green one going here, or teal rather. This is that blue stone color. This color here, one of my favorites. Here. And then this lovely bright green gold. And with this one, I'm going to throw in some blue. Give me seconds. Yeah. It's American Journey is the blue stone color. I made it a permanent in my palette last year. You can buy them at cheap, I know you can get at Cheap Joe's. I'm not sure where else. It's another honey-based product line. I don't know. I think I have 2 American Journey colors. This is just, I just love that color because it's very teal, but it's got a nice blue undertone to it, and I just really love it. I just really do. And it mixes well. It plays nice with others. It's not too harsh that you can't work around it or work with it. And then you can also just look at what I know. Make that look more like water. Some dab here. Alright, so we've got some nice circles there. A couple more we gotta really play with here. And we're gonna go in with pen too. You know, we're gonna do our doodling and really define them. This just gives us a starting point. right? So I hear you. Always the way. And these don't have to be perfect circles, because again, we're going to define it with our doodling, but you know, if you want them more perfect, but, you know, we're underwater, so you don't necessarily need to be perfect here. Now we need a little bit more of this here. This one here. All right. Then we need to bring in a little bit of this here to even this out. Can't have him sticking out like a sore thumb. And then, hi Gail! I'm going to take some of this blue and just really go around him to give him some shadow. So, in some places, so he kind of looks integrated into my painting. And we will highlight him more with pen later, but I just want to get him in there. Dog hair not included. Okay. Okay, we are done with painting, I think. So, simple dabbing in, making circle shapes. Simple, simple. Mixing, letting your colors mix on the paper. Just, you know, hold your brush in a sideways angle and just kind of dab in. Spray some water, sprinkle some water. easy. Okay, so now we're going to dry this, and then we'll do pen work. Thanks, Gail. And again, I'm going to be doing my paintings. If there's an image on the page, I'm going to be doing my paintings so that you can still do them, even if you don't have the image. But now, if you have a stamp or a tissue paper image, or you want to print something offline, to put in your journal to that similar image, by all means, go ahead. Absolutely. I encourage, just, it's in your journal. You're not going to be selling your work or anything. This is in your journal for play. So, you can use whatever image because you're just using it in your journal. Welcome back, Sophia. Yep, we just got done painting the watercolors. Now we're going to go in with pen work and get all fancy with it. Make sure it's completely dry before I go in with any kind of pens on this old paper, because it is more destined to rip if you go in with a pen when it's not dry. So you got a completely dry old book paper. What I am going to do, though, too, I'm going to get in the habit of it because I'm bad at it. I don't remember to do it. Is I am going to date my pages. So, yeah. Let's see. Now I think I'm going to go in with blue today. Yeah. This is the Signo 0.05. In the blue black, I have my 38. And I have my 28s, so we'll use those today. I might use some black maybe too. I don't know. So pull out my perma pens. All right. Now let's see how well. And on this on old paper, make sure you go slowly, even though you're heating the paper and loosening the glue. You still want to go slowly and taking it off, because if you don't, you might just rip your page and you will not be a happy camper. And I only, on the old paper I suggest, or even on any book paper, I suggest washi tape over any kind of other tape. So see how pretty that is? I know, Sophia, I'm so bad about it. I do. So do it right now so I don't forget. Today is June 28th. So we're going to do June So now I'm going to put live stream. So then I'll know which ones we did live stream on. Okay, that's that. Little notes like that. Alright, so we're completely dry. Let's check at the back. Did we go through it all? Look at that. Nothing went through. Alright, well, thank you guys. Did you put down any watercolor? No, no, no. This is straight to paper. This paper, because this book is from the 1920s or something like that. Hold on, I'll tell you how old this book is. I got 4 books from Nikki, and no, that's not great. And they were all really old books. I got another one just like this one. These were $10 I paid, but they're so old. They're a real cotton paper. These are from what's the copyright on this one? Oh, here we go. First copyright was 1921, and the second copyright was 1926. So yeah, I will be yeah. These were quite, and all these books actually have similar type paper. Yeah. So. They were destined to the bin, so I'm going to give it new life. For sure. Alright. Now, we're going to do some pen work. I'm going to put this back on here so I can just keep it straight for myself. We'll keep it down. If it gets in my way, I can always take them off, but I think I will just put them on there for now. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I have some books where that I've acquired. I have one from Denmark that one of our fibs sent me that I use. This one I've been using the pages because it's not the same type paper, but the paper is lovely in itself. I've been using this for collage fodder. And I will be using the cover once I'm done with it. So some I use just for the collage element of the pages, and as they empty out, I use them for journal covers. But then there's some like this that are so nice, you know, that I'll use for journals. Thank you, Laura. Okay, so now we're going to do some pen work. I'm going to get a drink of water. And probably going to want to bring in probably maybe a little bit of gold, maybe. And probably some white too. Don't know, so I'll just pull those in case I decide to use them. Do I want to use that one or do I want to use this one? This is I love this Energel pen too. You know what? Let me use the Energel. I love this pen. I do love this pen. I've been, you know, using all the pens that I bought, and I kind of have I'll do a review probably in the next couple weeks of all the pens. There's some that I don't really care for. No, I don't think she paid all that much. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think the label said all that much. Yeah. So okay, so I'm going to we're going to create our bubbles now. And then I'll bring in some white around them too. And we will, I'm going to kind of bring in some line work on my lines that I've created. Not really outlining, but a little bit of line work here. Kind of gives the illusion of underwater, you know, waves and things. I don't know, let me bring you guys down, because I felt the other day that when I was doing, which stream was it on? Was it on yesterday's? Yeah, that you guys weren't down far enough to see what I was doing. Normally you pay to access. Oh, okay, Anya, thank you, hon. What does Sophia say? I missed it. Let me go up. By the way, the YouTube channel is just... Oh, okay. Thank you, Sophia. I did. Thank you. But let me bring you guys down so you guys can see more of what I'm doing. There we go. It's closer now. I think I'm going to give these a harsher outline. I want to make sure that my pen is not going through. Okay. Yeah, I'm pressing a little hard, so I do have to be a little careful. I'm going to take these off. It's constricting the paper and causing me to, I'm going to have to be a little careful. So. And I'm not looking at chat right now, so I'll try to look up from time to time. But I got to, it's hard to doodle and look at chat at the same time. So there's that. These are the darker colors. I love watercolor on book pages. Doesn't it just look so pretty? Oh, this is going to be awesome. I encourage you to get a book and try it, or a book page and try it. And you might see me have some pages that are not so great, because, you know, this is all about experimentation. You know, can't have, all work can't be great, right? Good, good, good. Okay. Maybe he's obviously sitting at the bottom of the ocean, so he's all amongst the coral down there at the bottom, right? So. And I'm going to integrate the lines more. He has around him. So it works more into what the painting that we already have going on. Hmm. Think about that for a minute. I think I'm gonna get my, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do too? I'm going to give you some brush pen work. Now, I'm going to shade these bubbles so they are shaded. Then I'll bring in some white on the other side. So they okay, like that. Might put my area. Oh no, Dottie, that's terrible. That is just, that's just, you know, stay home, people. If you ain't got to go out, stay home. And then I want to, something with these, I want to do something. Maybe some little dots. To make this look bubblish. Yeah. Oops, pressing too hard, Shauna. I have a hard hand. Let's do, I want to do the dots in white or black. You know what, let's, let me do something. Let me get my small brush and shadow him for a second. You guys how to shade with watercolor. I'm also gonna show you guys how to do negative painting. So that's gonna be included in some of the stuff, some of the paintings I do in here. Look out with that. Hi, Teresa. How you doing, love? Just a minute. Hi, Gigs. Now, if you have pencils, or you know, you're not terribly, you feel like you don't have enough control to shade with watercolor yet, I mean, I do encourage you to try it, but use your pencils, or if you have a pen that you want to use and that you can smear, that's, you know, not waterproof. Your pet pens, those will work too. And I know Debbie uses those a lot for shadowing and shading. Hi, Mary. Okay. So now he's definitely he's integrated in, and he has his shading around him. Okay, now back to the doodling. I think I'm gonna do some blue and some white stuff, but I want to do something down here first. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna. I'm gonna use the blue, same as I was using right there. I don't care that it's sticks out. It's fine. It'll make the piece a little cohesive because I'm using the same pen work as I did everywhere else. I didn't do the drawing. The octopus was on the page already. We did some easy level 1 beginner watercolor droplet circle things that we are now doing some doodling around. We're just following the marks of the watercolor that the watercolor left. That's all we're doing. We made some circles into bubbles. And we're just following our lines that the watercolor made naturally to make it look like coral and bubbles and let's do, don't know, yeah, I think I want this one, because it's got the down here, so let's make, I want to do them in a circle formation. I'm just thinking what I'll look, let me look at this a minute. Yeah, I think, okay, so I'm going to make a circle, just making circles. That's all we're doing, making circles, letting them trail off. I don't know if this looks weird. Maybe we should make them all the way around. I don't know. And I'm making them smaller as they So we're going to bring in some white. I don't know if that looks right or not. Doesn't matter. It's our page. It's in our journal. Doesn't have to look perfect. I think I like the dots coming around it. I should have did it with my first instinct. Sometimes your first instinct is the best way to go. That's okay. We will just deal with it. It's my page. It's okay. Should not want to go this way. Okay. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Oh, let's see what's in chat. Okay, lady. Have a great day, hon. Hugs and love to you, too. All right, now let's bring in some white. First off, I'm going to shade the other side of the circles. So I'm going to turn this a little bit so I can get my pen in there. Oh, you know what? Well, no, I'll just use the pen. It'll be fine. I was going to bring out my Peach Martin's white, but this is fine. We are doodlers. We are. fine. I don't know if I should fill them all the way in or not. I don't know. And because they're not perfectly round, they're unique because I didn't make them perfectly round, which is okay. Hi, Carla. Yeah, these are good white pens. I do like them. A lot of people use them because, I mean, they're not perfect. But I find if you don't press hard with them, they work a lot more. They always work. But they do, every once in a while they'll skip. If you are, so they're not perfect, but they are bright white, and they're the best on the market that I know of. Maybe there's some other ones that other people will swear by that I'm not aware of. But most people in our community that I know of will swear by these. Hi, Antoinette. Thank you. That's a new name. Welcome to my show, to our world. These little ones, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill the whole whiteness. Still not sure about those. I might fill them all the way in. Debating. I think I may just go ahead and do that. It might look better. I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta see when they're all done if I will like them fully filled in or not. I just don't know yet. I just don't know yet. And then you probably can't see these small little dots I'm putting on, maybe not, I don't know if you're down close enough, but I am dotting the other dots that I put on. And because the pen is doesn't fully dot unless you, I mean, I could make it, but I like the fact that it's in some ways the fact that it can skip is beneficial. Like right now when I'm dotting the dark blue spots, it's not covering up the whole spot because of the fact the way the pen works, which I like. So it has its benefits, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Yes, it does. You gotta have your lights and your darks, and I'm thinking that I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and fill these all in because it's looking a little weird to me. Let me fill this one in and see what I think of it being fully filled in. And it may just be the fact that because they're not perfectly round that it's looking weird to me. Half filled, like you would normally shade a circle. I don't know. Yeah, I think fully filled in is working better for me. In my mind, anyway. You know, on your page, if you make them completely round and you do the half white or a little bit of white on the one side, you might find that that's better. Again, because I'm not, they're not completely exactly round circles or bubbles in this case. Half white's not working for me. I need to dry the ink. So again, if you're doing this exercise and you don't have an octopus, you don't want to print one, you can't print one, you don't have a stamp or that, again, I'm going to do the exercises when there's an image on something you can do your own. So just do circles, let your paint float, and do the exercises more so for you to do the doodling and the watercolor than the actual focal point that I have on my page. Hey, bud, before you go to work today, can you run and get me some cough drops? You know the ones I like, right?
Yeah, I'll go right now.
Okay,
because I gotta leave earlier.
Oh, do you? Okay, can you get me 2 bags?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm dying.
Which ones are they?
You want me to send you the pic? Oh, I don't have a picture. They're the ones in the orange bag.
Orange bag?
Yeah. The Ricola ones. Okay, yeah, I like them fully filled in. Oh, Susan, thank you. I don't know about that, but it's cute. I love it. I love that it's on paper. Again, I do have some marks now, not from the watercolor, but the marks you see here, you can tell it's pen work. So I may have to, or may go through and glue stick these and double stick them, because it'll give extra stability, extra strength when for pen work. So I may do that. Yeah, I may have to do that. Yeah, which is fine. Let's see. If I glue that one to that one, then so I'll have to make some decisions. I might lose some of my images that I wanted to keep, or I may take some extra pages that I did and glue them behind it. Actually, that's probably what I'll do. I have to tape them too, so I may do some extra support on these pages, just because it's weird. I have a heavy hand, so I tend to write hard, and you can tell that the ink, and look, I made a hole in it already because I push hard. So yeah, I'm gonna have to support the pages, not from the watercolor, but from my own inking hand on these. Yeah. So then what I'm gonna do here is maybe we'll bring up some. I want to bring up some scratchy lines that way. Come on. There we go. I want to do, yeah, that's what I want. I want some line works. Like it's, there we go. I don't want it straight. I want it kind of like diagonal. There we go. I love that. Okay. Now, do we think that it needs white splashes, or do we want to leave it? Tommy. Recall that stuff. Sorry. Earworm. Ricola. Do we I don't know. I brought out the gold, but now I'm not sure we need gold. But do we want white splashes or gold splashes, or yeah, no silver, but I've got bronze, I've got gold, I've got white. We could, do some splashes. Do some splashes. Let's see. I've got these new chalk sprays that we can use. Dottie says gold. Gold. Gold or white? Bronze. Joycey, I knew you were going to go bronze on me. A few small ones maybe. Okay, but what color? I got more. I got some people saying gold. I know you do, Susan. I know you do. You did comment. You love the splashes. No, Joycey, bronze. No. So, let's see. Okay, so I think we have gold is the what we wanted. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. I like this color. This is a good color, gold. Not the old gold. I got some Creamer watercolor pigments coming. So, let's see how this brush is for splashes. Gold as the white would be too much, right? Okay. Yeah, cover the octopus. Yeah, I'll just cover it with my hand. It's fine. Let me get something to. Here we go. This is my junk paper. Oh, perfect. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. This is a good splatter brush, by the way. I'm gonna have to remember that. You know, just keeping a hold of this brush for something, for some reason or another. Now I know I have a good splatter brush. I've been using my different brushes to figure out which one is a good splatter brush. Yeah, got a few gold splatters on there. It kind of goes with the, you know, the sienna we got at the bottom. We got our colors that we chose. So yeah, I'm going to go through because I definitely have a hole right there where I pressed too hard with the pen. So I am going to have to double load these pages, which is fine. I will do that. It sucks it's not because of the water. I was more worried about the watercolor not showing through because I tested that already. But I was worried that too much water may cause it to give way. But no, it's the pen work. And I really did try to go light today. So, but the paper, you know, it is fragile as it is. So I'm going to have to double up the pages. Thank you guys. Yeah, so this is our first of the next leg of the watercolor doodle series. Again, really easy. Just, you know, if you're not wanting these colors, pick the colors that you like, but you know, just let them float around. Easy peasy. Just make some circles, shapes, and do a little pin line work, a little bit of circle work. Yeah, and that's it. That's all you have to do. This one was really easy. And again, I'm going to do this on every one of them and add some notes, and I'll another two I'll probably put on here. Where's my pen at? Oh, here. I want to put on here. Let me dry this too before I stick my hand in it. And remember, this is my splatter brush now, which is good because I wasn't really getting the splatters I wanted with the other brushes, so I don't actually use need to rest. What did I just put over here? I will put on them. I'm going to try to kind of judge them by level range, like if I think it's a level 1 or level 2, in terms of how, oh, thank you, baby, how hard it is. Hi, Jolly, honey, how are you? Jolly is one of my constant supporters and subbies, and but she doesn't come and chat very often. Thank you for popping in, hon, and saying hi. or popping down from the clouds, I should say. But she's always here, and she comments a lot, and thank you. I appreciate the comment. Absolutely. So I'm going to try to do that for you guys too. I think this is a level 1. I think anybody can come in and just, you know, take a paintbrush and make some circles and swirl some color around, and take a pen and, you know, follow your shapes and make some dots. I think that's easy enough for anybody to do. So I'm going to say this is a level 1. And if I put a level on there and you watch the video and you think it should be higher or lower, you can put that in the comments too. Yeah, Ricola. These are the ones. If you can get these in wherever you're at, and they come in all kinds of different flavors. This brand is the best brand of cough drops ever. They just, they coat your throat and they help so much. Oh my God. Yeah, and oh girl, no, you don't want me to sing. There's a couple songs I can sing okay, but other than that, I break windows. Me and singing, no. I am tone deaf. Yeah. Yeah, me and singing don't get along very well. But yeah. I love our first page. Okay, guys, I am going to let you guys go. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the support and keeping me company. I hope you enjoyed this first page in the next leg of this series. If you want to see anything particular, if you want to see any kind of colors or doodle element type or anything within this series, or my other composition book series, or during my live streams, art journaling, or anything, let me know anytime. I have some stuff coming from Debbie that I will be creating a 3D canvas with. So that's coming down the pipeline soon as I get her package. Yeah, so let me know. Thanks for keeping me company, guys. Stay happy and healthy and safe. Stay artsy. And I love you all, and have a great rest of your Sunday. And I will see you guys next time. I will do a video tomorrow after work, or later today for tomorrow. One of those two. The next one in the book. And I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you, Jolly. Have a great day, Teresa. Give Blue a pat for me. Arttutor.com. Oh, okay. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.